Hello, this is Jordan, and this is your precious metals video market update. Today is Tuesday, January 13th, 2015. And we're going to focus on the metals today first. This is a daily line chart. We have gold at the top, silver at the bottom. I believe we showed this in our last video. Gold, although it had a tiny bit of a reversal today, it did break that small trend line resistance from October to January. So it's a little bit of a breakout there, but it might come back a little bit. In any event, the next confluence of strong resistance is clear and remains at the 1270 to 1280 level. Now, silver has started to pick up in the last couple days. It did break out today, or it's in the process of breaking out. It's kind of negligible there given that trend line, but it does look like silver has put in a good bottom, and like gold, we would expect that to continue higher. The next confluence of resistance for silver is at 19 bucks. Now, moving on to the weekly chart, here is what's really important. Again, gold is at the top, silver at the bottom. And for gold, the key weekly resistance is 1240. So we'd like to see gold close above 1240, but if it can close above 1230, that would be the highest close since the middle of October. So if gold can just hang around this week and close here or in the 1230s, that's still bullish, but it has pulled back from resistance at 1240, and in the days and the weeks ahead, 1240 is what we'd like to see it close above. And as you can see, if it's able to do that, that would be significant and put it on course for moving higher, and perhaps even higher than that aforementioned 1270 to 1280 target. Silver, it's a similar picture. It has resistance here in the mid-17s. It hasn't tested it yet as far as this week, so perhaps silver continues a bit higher and then it has a little bit of a reversal because of that resistance. And perhaps the reversal in the mining stocks today, what is kind of foretelling the resistance here, or what I should say is foretelling the metals struggling to break this resistance, at least in the very short term. But again, looking at silver, it has a potential reversal pattern here from the low 15s to the mid 17s. So we already mentioned the target of 19, but if silver makes a strong weekly close above 1740, 1750, that puts it on course for potentially moving higher than $19 in the near term. Now last, I just want to touch on the COT. One thing we have to remember with all sentiment indicators is they matter the most at extremes. So when you're looking at sentiment indicators, you really want to see extremes. If something is kind of in the middle, that isn't necessarily going to give you a strong signal either way. And so looking at the COT, we see that the net position in gold is 31%, and that's not at an extreme. And so I've seen in some places that some people are saying, well, the COT is not bullish. For gold to go higher, I mean, the COT is going to look more bearish over time. You need more speculative buying in an uptrend. So that's something that we really need to keep in mind. So that's just me, but the COT is not front and center as far as my analysis. I think it's a great indicator, but it's just one indicator. It's a sentiment indicator. And on another note, what I'm really looking at in the coming weeks is I want to see more buying, and so more of an increase in the gross longs. Gross longs have not really increased in the last couple weeks. And if we see an increase in gross longs and gold goes higher, and we also see an increase in open interest, which as you can see there at the bottom is close to breaking out, that would be a very good sign, because that kind of signals a shift in sentiment among the traders that buy gold and sell gold. We want them to get bullish on gold and help push up the price as gold bulls. Now, obviously, going back to extremes, when there's too many longs and you have more people piling in, that's negative. But where we are right now, we're not at an extreme as far as the COT. And so I think for gold to continue to rise, we're going to have to see, we're going to have to see gross longs move higher and increase, and at the same time, open interest increasing. That would also be bullish. So those are my thoughts on the COT. I don't view it as bearish right now. Follow the price action of gold and silver first. If gold and silver are going to struggle, reverse, or retest their lows, it's not because of the COT. It's because we didn't have enough buyers coming in to move the market higher. So I know that was a mouthful, but those are my views on the COT. Thanks everybody for watching and listening. You can follow my work at thedailygold.com. We have a free newsletter and a premium newsletter. Again, thanks everyone for listening and watching. I wish you all the best in 2015.